Aloha and welcome to the Solar Coaster Live Show. This is Josh Porter and Mr. Troy Morgan on the line here with from Pantech Design, the creators of Adapt Energy. Troy, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely my pleasure, Josh, always. Love your shirts, man. That's some of my favorite stuff every time I see it.
We've been cycling in all our best shirts for the SPI series. And why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you.
All right, well, so I'm Troy Morgan, the president and CEO of Pantech Design, the creators of Adapt Energy. We have a few other products as well, but for this, I think we're going to focus on Adapt Energy and what it is and what it does. And then I have a nice team behind me, group of about 8 of us. So we're a relatively small group, but we definitely focus on all things energy management, monitoring related. So we're happy to be able to do this.
Troy, you actually really introduced the concept of home energy automation to the Solar Coaster.
Yeah, so it's hard to believe it has been as long as it's been, right? It's been like years now, and it is pretty exciting to think that back then, what we were trying to do was sort of merge 2 industries. We're really honed in well on the home automation industry. That's what we've been doing for the better part of 15 years. But as we started to learn more and more about the energy industry and what the solar contractors and electrical contractors really need when it comes to control and management of energy and power, it started to click for us that there's some things that we could be doing to blend those 2 industries together, the energy industry and the home automation industry. And that's where we began to see in my opinion, what I think is a sort of new category of energy automation that is now something that you are working with devices, but also load, monitoring, managing all of the power for devices and direct load control. And that's really how Adapt Energy was born. When we set out to develop what is now what we call our Adapt Energy panel or controller, it's sort of ingrained in us that we have to make sure that whatever we do is at the highest level with respect to reliability. We've been on the receiving end of phone calls from clients over many years when they can't watch one of their 24 televisions. Now, can you imagine once you start messing with a client's power, what it's like if they can't take a hot shower, or they can't do their dishes, or they can't do laundry and those types of things. So with respect to reliability, it's first and foremost in our minds. And so when we looked at the engineering of this solution, of the Adapt Energy panel, we looked at all the options. And there's plenty of them out there. A lot of board level options where you kind of do an integrated circuit board where everything's on that one circuit board. And then there's our option, which is a component level design, where we sort of compartmentalize everything and individualize it so that these are field maintainable, field upgradable even, but more importantly, we create a more reliable solution. And then we started tacking on things like a built-in UPS and a built-in network switch. And this allows everything to sort of fall apart around us. And we're going to be there to do our job and do it reliably every time.
Well, now I understand you did some specific testing.
Oh, yeah. Last week, a really fun week for us because we were going into our lab, so to speak, where our products manufactured, and we were seeing sort of the first designs of what the future of Adapt Energy is going to look like. While I can't talk too much about it just yet, I can at least share that our goal when we went was to break our own product. We literally want to bang on it, and we did. And so what you're going to see in a video here is that we are actually turning on and off the breakers as fast as we possibly can and doing them all at the same time, sometimes in a chunk, sometimes individually, but the ultimate goal is to break it. So it's kind of interesting when you look at the fact that you want to break your own product, but we know if we can break it, somebody else can. If we can't, the likelihood is nobody else can, and that's what we really want.
So Troy, let's do this. We are here with the North America Smart Energy Week virtual education session attendees. They're focused on all of this great content. Do you have a message for them? Would you like to share any perspectives or ideas on what you see around the world at this time, or anything at all?
I do, actually. I want to thank the whole SPI community, because we were outsiders, and we came in 2018 with a really new, exciting way of doing something. And I felt like we were welcomed, and I had wonderful conversations, and that only continued. And I know we're all doing this a little differently now, but I still am excited about being able to engage with people, and the SPI community has been fantastic for us. So thank you all very, very much. Thanks for embracing our product and for embracing Pantech design and Adapt Energy within the energy industry.